Welcome to Animal Muses with your host, professional fine artist, writer, coach, and shamanic practitioner, Catherine Lucas. Join Catherine as she shares insights and wisdom gleaned from the natural world around her. Now, learn how you can cultivate your awareness and become the masterpiece that you are.
Welcome to the inaugural show of Animal Muses. I'm your host, Catherine Lucas. The natural world offers many gifts to us if we're open to receiving them. In Animal Muses, I'll be sharing messages and insights that I receive through my fellow creatures, as I believe they are not just for me. Nature embodies an awareness that reveals itself through all living things. By sharing my experiences, I hope to support, empower, and revive the creative inspiration in others. Animals are my teacher and muse, bringing me messages and healing that have allowed me to continue to grow and learn as a person and an artist, and ultimately understand my unique soul purpose. This is what I wish to extend to all of you. As a side note, Animal Muses podcast show is intended for educational, inspirational, and motivational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional medical diagnosis, treatment, or advice. So absorb what resonates with you today and just release the rest. Now, in our inaugural episode, learn what the American tailed kite has to say about piloting life's turbulence. Striking in its shape, design, and movement, no other bird possesses such an extraordinary, graceful presence in the air, the American Swallow-tailed Kite, a bird who is the quintessential expression of all flight. I distinctly remember the day the creature first caught my eye in early February of this year. The large pterodactyl-shaped silhouette sailed effortlessly through the air above the Gulf waters near my home in southwest Florida. Forked tail with bat-like wings spanning 4 feet, this stately creature displayed its complete mastery of the air. I was awestruck as I witnessed the bird weaving elegantly through the superheated thermal layers of the atmosphere. Simultaneously, I felt an underlying sense of urgency to pay attention to this animal's specialized abilities being demonstrated, especially its ability to navigate the invisible layers of resistance in the atmosphere. The American Swallow-tailed Kite is a unique and highly specialized instrument of flight. It's adapted to be efficient at high speeds as well as low speeds. The kite's long and tapered wings are the apparatus that lends it the power to fly at high speeds. However, the wing design alone will cause this bird to lose flight at lower speeds. That's where the tail design comes in to compensate for this structural limitation. Broadly splayed, its split tail comes into play as an extended wing. Whereas the kite's longer tapered wings power its speed, they will also disrupt the passage of air over the airfoils at lower speeds by forming eddies along the trailing edge of the wings. This will cause the bird to lose lift at lower speeds and possibly stall. It's the splayed tail that adds width to the airfoil for flight stability at lower speeds. By modifying the shape of its tail, the American Swallow-tailed Kite can transform itself from a peregrine falcon, the fastest bird in the world, to a broad-winged condor suspended almost motionless in the air. Since each wing and each side of the split tail can function independently, the swallow-tailed kite possesses the faculty to micromanage the air it moves through. Like an expert martial artist, this bird can redirect opposing forces to work in their favor, turning resistance into assistance. Simply put, flight is a matter of playing 2 natural forces against each other, air pressure and gravity. The flight of this amazing, shape-shifting creature is the fusion of bird and wind. The mastery of all aspects of itself working in unison allows it to master the wind. And this is what struck a sense of urgency in me that day as I witnessed the bird sailing over the Gulf waters. The message was in the masterful demonstration of flight and the buffeting gusts as the storm was brewing behind it. That storm is now here. We now exist in a new atmosphere and have to learn how to pilot our way through the gigantic whirlwind of global chaos. In this larger-than-life tornado, we'll be experiencing strong headwinds, tailwinds, and sidewinds. This is where we'll discover our highest potential, as we'll be forced to tap into our own unique resources to learn how to maneuver in this new world. We're all basically in quarantine now, and almost all activity has stopped. But here's where the opportunity lies. In this place of stillness, the awareness of our unique soul's blueprint may emerge and lead us on the path of self-mastery. And then, like the kite, we'll be able to maneuver through any atmospheric conditions and thrive. So embrace this time you have to go within to tap into your own unique resources. You may be surprised at the highly specialized instrument that you actually are. As I always say, become the masterpiece that you are, and may you have a great flight. Well, I want to thank you all for listening to the show today. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here and would love to hear any comments you have about today's episode. You can do this by subscribing to Animal Muses on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn Radio and leave any comments there. I invite you to leave your review and ratings on iTunes as well. Be on the lookout for my Animal Muses Facebook page and future Instagram page. Meanwhile, you can find me at bodyofart.net. That's spelled BODYOFART.net. Here you can find my other podcast show, The Body of Art Show, where I share insights and inspiring stories of transformation that will help you develop self-mastery and truly hone your craft. If you're interested in learning about the fine artwork I create, you can find me at CatherineLucasArt.com and on Instagram at CatherineLucasArt and follow me there. Don't forget to join me next month to learn what our fellow creatures have to offer us. Until next time, I empower you to take charge of your life and become the masterpiece that you are.
You've been listening to Animal Muses, hosted by Catherine Lucas. Animal Muses has been brought to you by AnimalMuses.com and Body of Art Enterprises Incorporated, your source for individualized mentorship and coaching. Our mission is to educate and support individuals to step into their own personal power and become the masterpiece that they are. To learn more, go to AnimalMuses.com and BodyofArt.net.